Hustle.
Yannicka, we already did the introduction while you were walking over. Take a breath and relax. You have exclusive info about the Brazilian national team. We're here talking about the Libertadores draw, but we ask our audience for a moment because we have breaking news with Marcio Yannicka.
So, we found out that yesterday Ancelotti held a tactical training session, already giving an idea of the starting lineup. Yeah, the goalkeepers rotated during training, and then the team lined up with Wesley, Leo Pereira, Bremer, Alexandro, Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Mateus Cunha, Vini Jr., Rafinha, and Luis Henrique. Yeah, and what we also found out was that there was a lot of attention to the defensive side. So, he gave a lot of guidance to the defense. We also found out that he talked a lot with Wesley, who was a player that made mistakes in some of the national team's games. Right? So, yeah, we already have a draft lineup, which is good for us to understand what he's doing. And there's another piece of news that's really cool that we found out. Well, I'm really curious about that image, but I haven't seen it. Neymar went out on the field.
Neymar, hold on, let's go.
Stop everything.
Did Neymar just go out onto the field? Do you have...
He didn't do any on-ball work.
That's what I was going to ask. Was he wearing sneakers or cleats?
He was wearing sneakers, according to the information we have. He talked to some teammates who were practicing set pieces. Maybe he gave them a few pointers like, do it this way, do it that way. But he didn't take part in that activity with the Brazilian national team players. He went out to the field, talked to the players, laughed. A very important detail, he was smiling. So maybe that's a good sign for us to see if Neymar will be at the World Cup or not. Smiling. Neymar on the field today.
Which is a contrast to the image that was going around, right? We also got information that he was very down, very dejected after the exam.
Exactly. Completely contrasting with the information we had. He got into the van after the exam, hand on his face, lowered the car seat, put his hand on his head, and so on. Yeah, I think that with the Brazilian national team's understanding today of the problem Neymar has, I also think he must have taken a weight off his shoulders. Because I think even he himself might have had doubts. Santos said it was swelling anyway. I'm not going to discuss here what Santos said, whether it was just based on a report or not, but anyway, I think now he took a weight off his shoulders. It's in Rodrigo Lasmar's hands, it's in the hands of the national team's medical department. So I think now we're going to have a little bit of peace, right, regarding this whole Neymar situation.
So to recap, for those of you just joining us, the Lance live stream here at the Copa Libertadores draw, information gathered by Marcio Yannicka,
Márcio Dozão and Lucas Baia as well.
Márcio Dozão and Lucas Baia, a joint effort by the three of them.
And from all of you here with us too, everyone chasing down information, getting calls or receiving WhatsApp messages.
You've been rushing around, brother, so we came to help.
Lance brings you exclusive information. You can follow how this story unfolds now on the Lance website. Congratulations to the entire Lance website team who bring this information here on Lance TV. Repeat it for everyone because people are joining at random, so please, one more time.
Lineup or Neymar?
Both things.
Lineup, let's go. The goalkeepers rotated. We didn't have a fixed goalkeeper, but I believe it's going to be Alisson, okay? Alisson is in good shape. He'll be the starter. But it's Wesley, Leo Pereira, Bremer, and Alexandro Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes. And now I'm going to say it correctly. Yeah, Vini Jr., Rafinha, Mateus Cunha, and Luis Henrique. This is, for now, the team that will take the field. From what we found out, there were no changes in the lineup during this training session. It was a training session focused on defense. It's important that Ancelotti focuses on the national team's defense since our offense is strong.
That's more reassuring, right? He has that characteristic, of organizing the defense well, a real concern with the defensive system.
Reminder, we're using our backup defense since Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhães, our starters, will play in the Champions League final on Saturday, right? Gabriel Martinelli will also participate. Anyway, now, what's really encouraging for fans who want to see Neymar on the field, Neymar went out onto the field in sneakers. He didn't play with anyone, but he was smiling with a much lighter expression than the last time we saw him, which was also when he went to the clinic smiling. So maybe it's a sign that his recovery is going really well and he might be ready to get on the field to help Brazil in the World Cup.
If he had a very serious problem with his calf, something really bad, maybe he wouldn't have gone down that ramp, all those stairs, just to get some fresh air and go out, right? Always staying focused, doing weight training and physical therapy.
In the indoor facility, right?
He came down from the indoor facility, even with this rain, right? The weather was colder, drizzling, and he came down there and joined in. And do you think maybe there just to relax a bit?
Knowing Neymar, I don't think he would show up. No.
if he wasn't feeling well, right?
No, he wouldn't come down. Maybe he would stay close to that entrance down there, right? Once he comes down, he might stay in the locker room watching from afar, but I don't think he'd join the group on the field. Knowing him for as long as I have, since 2010 when I've been around him at national team call-ups, I don't think he would show up on the field for that.
So for you, that's a positive point. Yes, it is.
Yes, from my observation, yes, it's a positive point. I hope the CBF releases these images, photos, because I think it's cool for us to see, how he is, his state of mind.
Relaxed?
I like how he is. I hope they release them.
Wonderful.
So the breaking news is this. Neymar went out onto the field in sneakers and closely watched the set piece drills, right? The other players' free kick practice.
He talked to his teammates looking tense.
And a calm looking face of someone who is a bit more at ease. So this is the big news reported by Lance TV, by the Lance website, by the entire Lance 360 hub, which has been here since the beginning of the week at Granja Comari in Teresópolis. And once again, the likely lineup against Panama, also reported by Marcio Yanaka.
Let's go. It's Wesley, Leo Pereira, Bremer, Alexandro, Casemiro, Bruno Guimarães, Vini Jr., Rafinha, Luis Enrique, and Mateus Cunha.
Come on, brother. Who's in goal?
Take a breath, Allison. Everson and Ederson rotated, but Allison will likely start. Great job. You're unique, Marcio. Truly special. Thank you, Marcio Yanaka. Go ahead, go right to follow further developments on this story from the Lance team. Congrats, Lance team, for making an impact, gathering info and investigating.
And literally chasing the news, right there with the news, running after it, searching, digging, investigating. That's what we're here for, right?
Lance, which has always stood out for being a newspaper with a lot of credibility, was the paper people went to the newsstand for in the early 90s and the 2000s to get checked, credible, deeply reported information. And we keep doing that now in an audiovisual way, right? With the website, digitally, here on Lance's YouTube channel and also on Lance's social media.